Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Van TV Media, guys. If you're new here, please just consider subscribing to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that in case we do upload any story, you'll be the first one to view. Julius Malema has declined on what happened, whereby he has declined that those people who went to America are Afrikaners who went to America and were given the status of refugees. He said that all was drama. The American people who were dramatizing on what we saw in social media. Just listen to what Julius Malema and we'll proceed on.
We know that the Parliament will be tabling a budget speech very soon. What is your view on that, and also the issue, the visit of the President to United States of America? If you can just maybe put
yes.
your view on those.
It was badly timed because budget is coming to Parliament for the third time, and the President is not there. Once budget comes for the third time, it means it's a crisis. You cannot leave your country in a crisis and go to America where you're going to be ill-treated. He's going to be ill-treated. He will not be given the necessary respect. And that's what Americans do. Madiba tried to convince them that there were no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. And then President Mbeki did the same, tried to convince them that there are no weapons of mass destruction. They still went on to destroy Iraq, even when there was no evidence. Till to date, they've not produced a single evidence that there was weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. So it's a waste of time. He's going to, if he wants them to start treating him differently, and he's going to beg them to attend the G20, he's going to have to compromise some of the fundamental policies of this country, which were not prepared. If he does that, he must not come back. He must stay there with those 49 Afrikaners already. He must also stay there because he can't compromise our sovereignty for political expediency. We've got positions on Palestine. We've got position on the embassy of Israel. We have a resolution of Parliament that said that embassy must leave South Africa. Its majority in Parliament took that decision. So you cannot go alone as an executive overrule the position of Parliament. If he does that, it will be illegal and we're going to fight it. There are no Afrikaners who have been killed here in South Africa. It's not true. And there are no 49 Afrikaners who left South Africa. You all know that. It's a fiction. It's drama. You know, America with drama is number one. That thing is Movango. I don't know what is Movango in Africa. It's just a drama. I believe they landed and then they waited for cameras, took them pictures. The next flight back to South Africa. If those people are farmers, it means there are 49 farms available. Why are we not expropriating them? Because they've abandoned them. But why is the media not telling us? Because they say these are farmers. Why is the media, through its own investigation, say to us, this picture you see is a farmer at this. They are not farmers. There's no one who left farming here in South Africa. I suspect that those whites were these ones who were looking after cars at the parking lot. They were attending to cars and they went to fetch them there. They can't live. They will never live the kind of life they live here in South Africa anywhere else. Even if you live here as a millionaire and you go to USA, your money gets reduced to nothing. So no American or Afrikaner will leave South Africa for America. It's not true. Our country, there's no killing of white people. We're not killing white people. We're demanding our land. We're saying, let's share this land. Let's all work the land. And if that is a crime, it's a crime we're prepared to commit. Because we can't, when we're asking for food, and say, no, you are committing crime by asking. We're having a robust debate on land in South Africa. And that must never be used to silence us by America.
Okay. So here is that President of South Africa, Ramaphosa, went to America to discuss the issue whereby you saw 49 Americans went to America and were given the status of refugee. The thing that made a question, that the thing that made talking in here in Africa and the rest of the world, where people were talking about the statement made by Donald Trump, and finally did what he did, taking the white people, Afrikaners, to America. So Ramaphosa went to America to discuss that issue. Julius Malema has trashed out, has declined that the Afrikaners who went to America, as they were given the status of refugee, it was false information, it was a joking, it was just a mockery from Donald Trump, whereby he has clarified that those people went to America, those people just went there for the show off. It was not real, it was not genuine, but it was just a show off, and it was that cheat. They were cheating. They are cheating the world that Afrikaners have gone to America. He has classified that if Afrikaner went to America and they left behind those lands, those who are 49 people who went to America, so they have left behind about 49 lands. Why can those 49 lands be given to those people who are in South Africa? Why is it that the land that was left by those people be divided to those people who don't have land in South Africa? So Donald Trump is just trying to get sympathy of the world, to make sure that people from other places to think like South Africa are killing people the way they are demanding, the way they are telling the world that there was genocide in South Africa, people are being killed, the white people in South Africa are being discriminated, land has been taken away from them, instead of them doing what the black people in South Africa are demanding them to do. So Julius Malema has said that for them they are not fighting the white people, but they are fighting the land. If the people have gone out and they have left behind land, so the land that was left behind is supposed to be given to those people who have left behind. So the whole process was just a drama where America was dramatizing all the incident that we were seeing on media. Guys, this is up from Julius Malema. You remember Julius Malema is the only guy in South Africa who is fighting these people, is the only guy who is fighting, who we used to see in social media fighting for the people of South Africa. He usually speak out what is happening to the people of South Africa. He's just trying to make sure that people of South Africa get back their land. He said that those people who we saw in television, in social media, that landed in America, it seems it was just a show off. They landed in America and asked camera to switch on camera to record the whole process so that they can show the world that they are from South Africa, and this is the one that made them to do what? To run away from South Africa. So according to him, it's just a drama. Why is it that the same media that shows people that shows the world that people from South Africa, 49 Afrikaners have run from South Africa, why can't the media show the people that this land is the land that belongs to those people? This land belongs to the person who ran from South Africa to America. So the media are supposed to play safe. The media are supposed to show people that this are the one who ran from South Africa to go to America as the refugee. Those people who went to America thinking that America is better life than South Africa, they will go and regret, and they will come back in South Africa, because according to him is that South Africa is the best place for them to live. South Africa is the best place for them to afford living in. So they will regret and they will not afford to live where? In America. If South African man, even if you have a lot of money, when you go to America, but you see in America things are expensive. You can't compare life of America and the life of South Africa. You can't compare life of America and the life of Africa. Whereby even here in Kenya, you can't compare the money that we used to get in Kenya. You can't compare go living in America without your proper planning. So those people who ran to America, in terms of them being a refugee, they will just decided to come back in South Africa. There's a guy we saw. We usually talk about this. There's a guy we saw that, and he himself clarified that he had a lot of he had an apartment in South Africa, he had a company in South Africa, and he went to America in that form of him being a refugee, African as a refugee, whereby he also left behind his mother. That whole story create a lot of question online, whereby most people were questioning, why is it that you have an apartment in South Africa, you have a company in South Africa, and also you have your mother in South Africa, and you decided to leave behind your mother in South Africa, the place where you used to say that you are under discrimination by the black people, you are being murdered, you are being raped when you are a woman, you've been denied access of land, and you decided to leave your mother behind. Don't you fear that your mother will be killed if you love your mother very well? Don't you fear that your mother will be killed? So that story brought a lot of question online. People were asking what was going on with this guy. What happened to this guy to decide to go to America and leave his company behind, and leave his apartment behind, leave animals, the farm behind, and his mother. The big question was from mother, where we people, we give mother first priority than everything else. Why is he that he decided to go to America and leave his mother behind? So that was the question where people were asking about the story. So South Africa were not killing white people, guys. South Africa were not killing white people. People are demanding their lands. Even here in Kenya, people are fighting for lands. Yeah? You can't come from nowhere and get somewhere, come and grab land from people, then you expect people to leave you alone, people to let you go alone without them fighting back to get their lands. It's obvious South African people are fighting for their lands. Even Julius Malema said that they were fighting for land, and they are still fighting for land. So whenever African we are fighting for the lands, let them be called robbers, let them called killer, let them give them a lot of names, but for them they are fighting for the land. So this is the place where people are demanding their land. For them to fight back their land, it's not a bad issue. White people are supposed to listen to black people and make sure that black people have got their rights. Lands is the problem that are making people in America and South Africa to fight for them. It's not a genocide. There is no genocide in South Africa, whereby we've seen the president of South Africa has clarified that there is nothing like genocide in South Africa.
Hello and welcome to Van TV Media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends to get daily updates.